that I sold, what I paid for it, and give you guys an idea of what you can actually make out there on eBay. A lot of people do haul videos, and those are a lot of fun, but really the sales update videos are the best because you can see what people actually made, so you know when you buy something what you can expect to get for it. Also, sometimes I can give you an idea of the time frame I had to wait for it to sell. Just so you know, I kind of call these the proof is in the pudding videos because this is my proof that I'm actually making money on some of the stuff you see in the haul videos. So let's just jump right in. On this one, I did bring up my sales page in the Seller Hub for the month of July. $2,500 in sales and some change. Not too bad, a little bit better than last month. As you can see, it was up 14.9%. Not where I want to be. I'd like to be more 3,000 to 4,000 per month. But right now, that's still pretty good for doing it part-time, working a full-time job, and still managing to do stuff for eBay. So let's just jump right in. It's going to be the same format I did last time, where I just kind of scroll through my listings through eBay's seller search, rather than have a million tabs up. That can kind of be frustrating. So here we go. Starting off, the first sale of the month was three Littlest Pet Shops Moonlight Fairies. It's an old listing, you can tell by the picture. I got these in a lot of Littlest Pet Shop that I've already sold out on. These three sold for $11. Look out for Littlest Pet Shops. Usually cats and dogs and dragons seem to be the best. And then certain cats and dogs, specifically in those categories, are really good. I think greyhounds do really well. And some of the Siamese cats and then the wiener dogs and stuff can sell. But even these three little fairies came together, got $11, so that was cool. This is three TDK sealed tapes. I bought these at a garage sale. It was $2 for 4 tapes. I ended up selling this lot of 3 of them for 18 bucks. So sealed media, stuff like that, can do well, even if it seems like it's old stuff that no one would use. Someone out there is still using it. Don't pay a ton, and look up the type of tapes that are. Some tapes are higher quality than the other ones, so they'll do a little bit better than just the standard ones. But $18 for a $2 investment is pretty good. This is a really bad picture here, but it's a Star Wars Episode 3. It ended up selling for $7, so not much. It's just one of those ones I had lying around, and I got $7 for it. Here's a Mitchell Garcia reel. I sold this for $50. I actually bought 2 of them for $5 at Goodwill. Sold this one for $50, and then I recently sold the other one for $50 as well during August, so that one will be next month's video. Pretty good sale. The old fishing reels can do well. Mitchell Garcias are pretty good. Sometimes pens do really well. It just depends on what it is and what kind of condition it's in. This was a Peyton Manning jersey, kind of just something I'm trying to sell off. I picked it up for $1. Ended up only selling it for $7. He ended up leaving the team afterwards. After I had bought this, and I hadn't listed it right away, so it would have paid for me to list it timely, but I kind of just let it sit in the back, and I finally got it onto listing and ended up selling for $7. So not too great. These are My Little Ponies, though. These are an awesome sale. We bought, my wife actually bought $30 worth or $35 worth of My Little Ponies. We pulled these 2 out. We looked them up, and these are Princess Cadance and Shining Armor. They go together. Sold just those 2 for $25. So that was pretty cool. These are Generation 4, so the more recent ones. There's a Skip-Bo game. Saw this in another seller's haul video. He said the vintage Skip-Bo do really well. I picked it up for $1 or $2. Sold it for 38 bucks. The cards were sealed, though. You're probably looking more at 20 or 25 if it's that game that's open. But since the cards were sealed, I got 38 bucks. FootJoy, love golf shirts. FootJoy usually do the best. This was one from Stone Ridge. It's a golf course. Even though it does have a little, you can see here on the side, a little crest from the golf course it was at, it still is worth something. Yeah, ones that don't have that, or maybe say Titleist, those ones do a little bit better, but even the golf course ones still do well. I paid $4, sold it in a day for 28 bucks. So that was cool. Here's a Mario Party Wii game. Ended up paying $2 for this at a garage sale, sold it for 20 within a day. Same with this Zelda, also paid $2, sold it for 11 within a day. Here's a Jumanji. Great board game. It always sells. There are not too many of them out there. It doesn't go for a ton of money, but I paid $2 and sold it for 35 within a day. It actually shipped internationally through the global shipping program, and it made it, and they gave me good feedback too. So that was pretty cool. Look out for Jumanji. Like I said, usually anywhere from $30 to $40, and I can sell them within a day or two, almost always when I list them. This is a big lot of keys. They're actually something that was from my wife's work. We sold for them. They used to have a key machine there. These were all unused. There was over 1,000. Just put them in a medium flat rate and sold them for like 120 bucks. So that was pretty good. This was a tape measure I had got, I think, for free when I was picking stuff up at a garage sale. And they just threw this in. I've had it for probably 3 years. It was just sitting in a box of stuff I needed to go through. Decided to list it, took a couple of quick pictures, sold it within a couple of hours for $10. So that was pretty cool. Notre Dame jersey. This was at 50 cents at a garage sale. That was 50 cents for everything at the end of the day. It had a stain over here where the extra large logo is. I took it for 50 cents on a jersey or clothing with a stain on it. If it's worth something, I'll take a chance on it depending on what kind of stain it is. And take a chance to get it out. And this one, it took 2 washes, but I did get the stain completely out. Sold it for 25 bucks within a couple of days of listing it, and I got good feedback. So that was worth the 50 cents investment. College jerseys do well, NFL jerseys do well. Usually football does a little better for me than some of the other ones. They sell a little bit quicker at least. This one did not have a player on it, it was just a number. So even if it doesn't have a player assigned on the back with their name, you can still make money off it. So that was cool. Here's a little Boston Celtics. It's a youth Hardwood Classics hat. And I paid $1 for it in a lot of stuff, or roughly $1. I sold it for $8. Not a lot, but that was still pretty cool to get rid of. These were actually in one of my haul videos, these Nike Dry Fits. I bought 3 of these for $4 a piece. I sold these 2 within a day for $23. The same guy bought them both. I had 2 of this one with the white Nike sign and then 1 with the red. So he bought 2 of these ones. He did give me good feedback. That was awesome. They shipped first class. Be on the lookout for Nike Dry Fits. These were San Diego State University college polos, the Aztecs. So they had a little subject matter that I could add into the listing too to draw the viewers. And oddly enough, someone else messaged me on these and asked if I had a larger size. And so people were looking for these. And the worst part was I left 4 at Goodwill. They were white. They had a couple of them had tiny little marks on them. I thought I could maybe come back later that week when they'd be half off and buy them for $2, but someone picked them up before then. And looking back, I wish I would have taken the chance. This was actually funny. I bought this from a lady for $1 at a garage sale. Earlier this year, I had bought some math manipulatives, the actual blocks that go with it, for her from $5. I sold those for $40. She didn't have the DVD at the time, but now she had the DVD, and I paid $1, and I sold that for $14. So Math UC, keep the name out. Math manipulatives is what they're called. They're little bricks. They have ones that are for the 1. They have ones that are set up in groups of 10, hundreds, and all that, and you use them to do different math problems. So those sell really well for homeschoolers too. Printer ink, if you don't know about it, you should, because it always sells. Bought this on my vacation for $2. Actually, it was 2 of these big ones, but the one was already open and missing one of the ink, so I took it out and put this one up here. So paid $2, sold for $40 in a couple of weeks, so that was pretty good. This is a Braun replacement blade for a Series 3 shaver. Paid $2 or $3, sold it for $20 pretty quickly. So look out for the replacement heads on the higher end electric ones. They still can sell. Pair of Lucky jeans. Had these for a while. Just kind of threw them up in a hurry to get rid of them. I probably paid like $2 or $3 for a bunch of jeans over the course of a couple of years, and I've just never got around to listing all of them. But we got 15 for these, so figure I cleared one thing out, hopefully generated some feedback, and made a little bit of money. I don't buy jeans as much anymore unless there's something special about them. I wouldn't have picked these up in the future. So just trying to get rid of some old inventory. Remember, if you do have stuff that's not worth a lot, but you can get some money back on it, or it may generate a feedback, it still might be worth listing it. It's one more thing. If you make a few dollars, that's great. And like I said, clear one thing out of your inventory and maybe get another feedback. Same with this one. These great courses, these do really well if you have, depending on what course you've had. I bought a whole box of them for $5. Probably sold out $100 worth of courses, maybe $150 already. This is my last set. I only got $14.99 for it. It's taken a while to sell it. Started at like $25 and moved it down slowly, but at that point, it's a padded flat rate, so put them in there. I may have made $5, got rid of it. My Little Ponies. These are ones that come in little mystery bags. They're actually really small ponies, but bought those in the same lot that we spent $30 on to sell those 2 previously. I just put all these together and got 15 for them. So none of these were anything too special, but they sold within hours of listing, so that was pretty good. Let's jump into the next page. Next, I'm only on July 8th, so a lot for the month of July. A Fitbit. This was given to us by my wife's parents and my in-laws. They didn't use it anymore. It was actually just one piece, but they had 2 bands. Sold it for $48, so that was cool. A new Tetris game. This came in a lot of 64 stuff we bought. Sold it for $14. Keep on the lookout for video games. Sometimes they're not the greatest game, but you can still get 10, 12, 13, 14 bucks for them. For me, for taking 2 pictures and a quick little listing, as you can see, it's worth it to do that. It doesn't take much time, and they sell super easy and usually pretty quick. People buy video games all the time. Here's one of the Tamagotchis. They were in one of my sales videos. I had bought all 4 of them for $3, I think. This one sold for $25. I still have 3 other ones. I had priced them really, really high because some of them were doing really well. I've kind of lowered them now down to like all around the $25, $20 range. So I think we'll still sell them somewhere around there, but I've already made all my money back and then some. Here's a Funko Pop. I paid $2. This thing sold within a few days. It actually had some damage on the box, which I highlighted in the listing and in the condition. The guy messaged me and said that you should have packed it better. There was damage in the box, and I responded, you know, the box was already damaged prior to shipment. You know, it was packed well and safe. Please see photos. And he never responded back. I thought he would have wanted a refund or a return or something, but I think I asked him if he wanted to return it. He could send it back to me, and I could refund it, but there was damage, and he didn't respond. So that was cool, and it's been way past that date, obviously, the return date. 20 questions. These little machines, the electronic ones, don't spend a whole lot on them if you can get them for a quarter, 50 cents. They sell for $8. I may have made $4 on it. Like I said, it's an easy listing, and even a repeat one if you can get a couple of them. So that was pretty cool. This was funny. I'm not sure why I bought this. Paid $2 for these old Burton Golf Club head covers. I used to work at a golf course, so you know I recognize the golf. So I think I've seen these ones before. At one of the ladies had them at the golf course I worked at, but they were $2. I looked online; they weren't really selling that well. I kind of just picked them up on a whim. Put mine up for higher price than the rest. A lot of them were $12, $14. I put mine at $17, free shipping, and they sold within 2 days. So it was kind of crazy that all these other ones are listed way lower. They're brand new as well, and mine, for whatever reason, sold for a higher price. So that was cool. Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix. Paid $8 for this, so paid up on my vacation when I was out at a thrift store. They were priced a little high there, to be honest, but I figured I'd get it. It sold for $25. It shipped medium now. So these Harry Potter unabridged CDs, audiobooks, they do well. The cassette ones do not do that well, but the CDs do really well, especially if you can get all of them. It's like $150 if you can get them all. So be on the lookout for the Harry Potter CDs, especially with, I think they're making a new one now, so that will probably up the value of the Harry Potter stuff. Grand Theft Auto 5, paid $5, sold it that day when I bought it, listed it, sold it that day for $20. Some of them go for a little bit more, but with video games, I like the quick sale. I want to get a pretty good price, but hopefully sell it within a day or two. So I want to get it out of here, get my money, and move on. So look out for Grand Theft Auto 5, the newer video games. Not all PS3 or Xbox 360 games are worth only some of them are. You really need to know what you're looking at, and if you don't, just take the time to look it up real quick to get an idea. Leap pads. These are old. They're not really what's going now. Leap pads mean a lot of different stuff, like little tablets and stuff. These are the old type games and cartridges. I paid $5 for all of these and some quantum pad stuff. Sold these for $25. Shipped them in a padded flat rate. So already made all my money back and then some, and I've already sold another set of that too. So those were pretty cool. Honda Accord service manual. You got to look out for repair manuals, even if it's on an older car. The Haynes ones, I forgot what the other, or Chilton I think is the other brand. Those ones don't always sell that well. Some of them do, but if it's the official service manual from the manufacturer, like this is the official Honda one, those ones can do better. This was a 1988 Honda Accord. Probably not too many of them on the road still. I paid $5 for the pair. I sold it for $28 in about a month and a half. So it did take a little bit of time. Obviously, the market's a lot less on those, but you can do well. I've also sold an old Volkswagen Jetta one. It was a 2004 to 2006 Jetta. Booklet, I sold that when I used to live in Florida. I paid like $3 and sold it for 55 or something, really quick. So be on the lookout for them. You want the official manuals for the vehicle made by the manufacturer. Also, look up them online because not every one, even if it is a manufacturer one, goes for something. So just take the time to look them up. But usually, the closer it is to a newer vehicle, being newer, if it's like a 2004, it probably has value because those cars are still being worked on. And then also, if it's some kind of rare vehicle, like if it's a 64 Mustang or something, maybe that one will also have some value because those cars are collectible and someone might want it to go with the car they were stolen or something like that. Forever Night, these were some DVDs I bought. I think I paid $18, sold them for 50 or 55 shipped. Medium mail, they were sealed. If you ever see this Forever Night, the one that holds all the value is the third part. These two are really worth nothing. This one will go for 30 or 40 bucks by itself. Didn't know that at the time, but after I brought them home and researched them, honestly, number 3 I could have bought just for $6 and probably got 40 or 45 sealed for it by itself. So these hold pretty much no value. But be on the lookout for Forever Night Season 3. It's this one right here. I think it's green. I'm colorblind, so I'm not sure, but the one my mouse is over. If you see it, buy it. It sells, even if it's open. This is one of those ones just trying to move some product. They offered me $7 for this little Tiki statue. I think I paid $1 for him a while back, years ago probably. Finally listed him, and he ended up selling for $7. So not great. Tiki stuff is kind of hit or miss, more miss than hit, but some Tiki stuff, depending on who made it and what it is, can do well. Also sold Sega Classic Revenge of Shinobi. I bought this with all the Genesis stuff for 25 or 35 bucks. If this would have been the official, not the Sega Classic version, it would have been $30, which I said in the video, but this was actually the classic one, only worth 18, but still sold within a day. So that got most of my money back. The Jewish Book of Why, this was free. I went to a sale or a house to pick up some stuff from an offer-up purchase. They had a couple of boxes by the road. They said they were free. I grabbed a couple of things in there, including this Jewish Book and Second Jewish Book of Why. You can see it had damage here. It was not in great shape. I just picked it up, looked, said, oh, maybe it's worth something. Listed it for $8 and it sold. So that was like maybe a free $3, but kind of funny. JanSport backpack. JanSports do well. Paid $5 for this one though, which was kind of too much. Sold it for 20. They lived pretty close though in California, so shipping was nice. But if you can get a nice JanSport, this one had 3 different zippers, which was kind of good. And you also look for the ones that have the suede or canvas bottoms. Those ones do really well. They're older, but even this one, it was nice and thick and good shape, and it sold for 20 bucks. So I probably would advise, if you're getting backpacks, only to pay $1 or $2. If you're only shipping them for 20, you don't want to be in them too much money. More Genesis stuff. This also sold within a couple of days of listing it with the Shinobi. 20 bucks for Echo the Dolphin. These games individually are worth like $8 or $10 maybe. Put them together, got 20. Pretty good, and it sold pretty fast. Oakland Raiders jersey, paid $1, sold it for 11. Not great money, but it was Randy Moss. He's a pretty popular player when he was playing, even though he was kind of controversial. But it was a youth jersey. Youth jerseys don't do near as well as adult ones, so keep that in mind when you buy them. But got 11 bucks off that, so I was happy. Polaroid, paid 5, sold for 23. These sell all the time. Impulses are a little bit less than the Sun 600s and One Steps and all that, but you can still get. I still got 23 bucks, so be on the lookout for those. Pokemon Pokédex. This was a let go purchase. It was $30. It is sealed, so these are kind of crazy to find sealed. I sold this for $75. Sealed. Shipped to Tennessee. It shipped priority mail for like $7 or $8, something like that. And I still made like 20-something dollars, so that was pretty good. The lady really knew what she had. I mean, she knew it was worth more than she was selling it for, and she still came down to 30. So I had to pay up a little bit, but it was still worth the sale. It took about 2 months though to sell, but then Pokemon Go kind of burst onto the scene, and this kind of took off, and I got a bunch of offers, and then someone finally came with 75, so that was cool. Another Genesis game. This was Terminator 2. I had sold this previously, shipped it out to somebody. They ended up not being at that address. I messaged them. Never heard anything back. And then I just ended up reselling it and selling it for $11. So it sold for, I think, $12 last time, but it looks like they weren't worth as much. So I got 11. Still pretty cool. Another Genesis game. This is like the smallest I'd ever sell something for. Pony Friends. It was a DS game. Got $5. Not really worth talking about. Monopoly. This was another $2 game. I bought a bunch of Wii stuff. Sold this one for 11. Pendleton. This one was a board shirt kind. I paid $8 for this, I think, and sold it for $40 within 2 hours. So that was pretty cool. I had another one with it, and it took a while, but that one finally sold as well. So that was pretty good. Nintendo Game Boy. These original Game Boys. Most people, at least a while ago, used to avoid picking these up. Thought a lot of them were broken. More times they're found to be broken than they're found to be working. But they sell broken. This one did not power up. Couldn't get anything to work on it at all, and I sold it for $25 in a day. So that was pretty cool. And the lady was going to give it to me for free, but I offered it $1 just because I felt bad, because I knew it was worth 20 or $25. So a Rock Band receiver or dongle. These go still sell well. I've sold like 2 or 3 lately, different ones for different systems and different games. But Rock Band, I paid I think $2 for this, and then I paid like $3 or $4 for something else. And this came with the guitar, but the guitar was kind of jacked up. So I ended up just donating the guitar, and I sold this for $15. Water filter. This paid $3 for this, sold it for $19. It shipped in a padded flat rate. The box itself wouldn't fit in the padded flat rate, so I actually in my picture showed how the box was damaged, and I just said I would fold it and put it in the padded flat rate, and that allowed me to save on shipping, because these were actually pretty heavy, and if I would have tried to keep the box together intact, there's no way I would have shipped it for that cheap. I would have been paying $10. So if you have something like this, it is new. I showed him it was new, took all the items out, but said just because of how large the box is, I'll fold it up and put it in a padded flat rate, and no issues with that. So that probably saved me a few dollars on shipping. Here's a Sony PSP. It worked. It was missing the battery cover. It came with a kind of a janky charger. Wasn't the original one. It had some scratches on it, but it was the silver one. Paid $5 for this. Sold it for $45 within a couple days. So that was awesome. Another shirt. One of those ones I was just trying to move some old product. Sold it for $6. So not a whole lot. I think I paid $0.25. So I wouldn't really recommend picking that up, but at least I got rid of it. These were in one of my videos, these laser tag guns. They had the shotgun attachments here, if you see these, and it had the little laser sight. Well, it's not really a laser sight, but the little sight on there. I paid, I don't know, $5 for those, I think. Sold them for $90 within about a week and a half. So that was awesome. They went down to San Diego, kind of close to me. I don't know if we got good feedback, but no bad feedback or no returns. So that was awesome. And just the other day, I bought the actual gun. It doesn't have the attachments, but 2 of the guns, the matching ones, for $1.50 each. So that was pretty good at a thrift store. So I'll still get probably $50 or $60 just for the guns without the attachments. Another jersey, my wife bought this. Paid $10. Kobe Bryant Champion, a vintage one. Sold it for $50 and got good feedback. Star Wars Battlefront 2, paid $1 for this at a garage sale, sold it for $12 pretty quick. Star Wars Battlefront 2, remember the name. On Xbox it sells really well, PS2 still what sells well, even the first one sells. So Star Wars Battlefront on PlayStation 2 and Xbox, that's a good game to remember. This is a lot of filters. I paid $4 for these. They ended up shipping for about $8, so it wasn't as great of a buy as I was hoping, but still made maybe $8 or $10 on those. They were sealed. Easy to list, easy to ship. Game Boy Advance, paid $1 for this. It's broken, missing the battery cover. Sold it for $14. It's pretty crazy, but even broken Game Boys, DSs, PSPs, if you see them, and you can get them for super cheap. Usually you can if they're broken. They still have value. It might not be a ton, but if you're getting them for free or $1, it can add some money to your bank account. That's for sure. This is a Teddy Ruxpin thing. I bought a bunch of Teddy Ruxpin stuff for, I don't know what I paid, $25, I think. Ended up selling just the cord that connects Teddy and Grubby for $25. That cord's kind of hard to find, so that was cool. I bought a bunch of Legos for $15. Pulled out the SpongeBob set here. They're from the Krusty Krab Adventure set. I found the set number in there and found what they went to. Didn't have all the pieces to build the set, so just took the minifigs. Got 18 bucks. If you do find Legos, if you can find what set they are and put the number here, look it up. That really helps for people that may have the set and just want the figures, and they'll put that Lego number in there. So that was pretty helpful. More Teddy Ruxpin stuff. These were 4 books and 4 cassettes from the lot. Sold these for $40. This and the cords sold within a couple of days of listing them. This went internationally through the global shipping program, and I did get good feedback. This is a Cuisinart bread maker replacement pan. That's the model number there. Paid like $4 or $5 for the whole machine. Took this and the paddle out. I haven't sold the paddle yet, but this bread pan sold. I think Pinching Pesos is the YouTube channel. She sells a lot of parting, like she parts stuff out. Watch her channel if you want to get into that, because there's a lot of money in parting stuff out. You buy little kitchen appliances and you sell different pieces off of them. People will buy them, because their piece is broken, and it's still cheaper than buying a new one. So someone was willing to pay 30 bucks just for this pan. It was in really good shape though, so I don't even know if it was used, but that was cool. Another video game here. I think I paid $1 for this. Sold it for $9. Not that great. Kind of bad with the glare there, but it still sold. Lego Triceratops. This is from that $15 Lego lot. This is a rare Lego dinosaur. There's not too many of them out there, but I got $50 for this out of that lot. This is why I bought them all, was for this, because I knew he was pretty valuable. Here's some books. Live Ship Traders. This is a kind of fantasy, mythological type, I guess, book series. Pirate type thing. I paid $10 for a huge lot of books. Book lots sell well. I've said it before. You can buy different series together, get them for cheap. You can make money. This is the first one I sold. I paid $10 for this huge box. Pulled out these 3, which are a hardcover series together. Got $25, and they ship medium mail, which is pretty awesome. Play Fighter, another Genesis game from that system lot I bought. Got $13 for that. A Casio mini calculator. Most Casio calculators are not worth a lot. This little mini one is. I had to buy a battery for it, which cost me $1 or something. Sold it for $35. It also went internationally, I think, to Japan. The guy said he was from Japan and he bought it. And he paid extra, obviously, above mine, but it went in a global shipping program. So $35, pretty good deal. I paid $3 plus the $1 something for the battery. Here's a little menu. Menus are something I don't know a whole lot about. I know they can sell. This is a 1978 Laguna Hills takeout menu for Love's. This is the word Empyrea. I don't know how to pronounce it. Empyrea. I don't know. But if you know what this word is, you definitely want to put it in your listings, because that is what the collectors look for different kind of paper products that they're looking to sell. Menus, brochures, ads, things like that. So old menu ones do really well, especially like cruise lines or really fancy restaurants back from usually 60s and behind, earlier, what you want. This one was a 78 one, but it was from Laguna Hills. We're in California, and it actually shipped to someone in California for $8, and it was free. It was in a book that I had bought, so I didn't even know it was in there. I just threw it up there and finally sold it. But some of the really nice restaurants, the older ones, can go for $50, $60, $70. I've even seen some go over $100, depending, like a cruise menu, for over $100. So those are pretty good. Cutco knives, paid $1 each for these. Cutco steak knives, sold them for $50. If you don't know the name Cutco, you should. If you're ever at an estate sale, look at their knives. You want to look for Cutcos because they always seem to sell really well. They have a lifetime warranty. Even if it's broken, you can either turn it in yourself or sell it broken, and someone will buy it and turn it in to get it repaired or get a new one. So $50, definitely worth it. Another thing, this was on vacation. I bought this. Along with this, this was $5. It's a little Micronta red LED clock. It looks cool. Something about it, I knew someone would buy it. Didn't know a whole lot about it, but just had a feeling, and I sold it for $30. Got good feedback. One more Sonic scrubber. Bought 2 of these. Sold the other one for $30 quite a while ago. This one I had for another month and a half. It finally sold for $30. More ponies from the $30 My Little Pony lot. These were the ones that were not worth anything. You can look them up if you go online and Google My Little Pony. Um, like they call them cutie marks. They have like a little way to find those shorts, what generation they're from by year, and then they can search by color and you can find out the name of each one. So if you are buying My Little Ponies, look them up individually online if you can, because some of them are worth a lot of money, others are worth not that much, and you want to make sure you piece out the ones that are worth good money. Goof Troop bought this in the video game lot, 16 bucks. Not much to say there. Game & Watch, I bought this years ago. I bought a box of handhelds for $3. It had like Tetris and Hangman and stuff in there, and I think a Sonic game. This was in there as well. Didn't even know. Game & Watch. This is super old, before Nintendo came out with their original Nintendo. This, I obviously paid $3 a long time ago. Put a battery in it, which cost a couple of bucks. Sold it for $65 within 2 days. So, pretty cool. Another pair of orange Puma pants. I've sold 6 or 7 of these so far. I think I have 2 left to sell. One of them actually has a little mark on it, so I'll have to try to get it out or sell it with damage. But I paid $10 a piece, and I sold, like I said, 6 or 7 for $40. So that was an awesome deal. Last page, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. 3 scrub tops here. Bought a bunch of scrubs for $5. Already sold off. If you watched last sales video, you probably saw how many were sold. These were a little lot that I had left. Nothing special. Got $15. The other Nike Dry Fit sold. Again, paid $4. Someone bought that. Quantum pads. I said that I sold the other Elite pad lot for $25. Sold this one. These are Quantum pads, a little bit different. Sold those for $25 as well. So $50 for my $5 investment was pretty awesome. And then this was weird. I was having kind of a weird day where I had sold these, like, man, I wish something old would sell that I had listed for a little while. And then back to back, 2 Christmas sales. Different people, same kind of company that made them. I had bought these and have had them for a little while now. Even if it is Christmas, I still list it when I have it. Someone's looking for that. Maybe they're buying stuff for Christmas this year, and I don't want to wait to the last minute to have to list it for Christmas, because I know what will happen is I won't get to it. That happened last year with Halloween stuff. I had a couple of Halloween things I wanted to list. Before I knew it and I was ready to list it, it was like October 27th. So if you have this stuff, I know some people recommend waiting. I recommend getting it up there. If you can afford to have it listed, you may pay 10 cents or whatever. Get it listed early. That way someone who's looking for it early can find it, and that way you know it'll be up there come Christmas time. So those were great. I paid $10 for a whole box. I already sold a couple things from that in the last video, and then these were just cherry on top, and I still have some left. So it's not Department 56, but Lemax Christmas stuff does sell. A Nike hat, paid $2, sold it for $11. It was used, but it's a Nike skateboarding hat. These do well if they have them brand new. But even used, if they're a good color and in good shape, you can still get 10 or 12 bucks. Another old pet shop. I had this one priced higher, but finally dropped it down real low to sell it. It's kind of cute because it's got this little star flower pattern up there. Sold that for $11. Another Christmas lot from that other one. Sold that for $16. So 3 Christmas things in 2 days in the middle of July. So who would have thought? Mario Kart. This was from I think I paid $3 for this at a garage sale. Sold it for $16, so that was great. Microsoft Office, paid $1. Sold this for $30 global shipping program. They did a receive it, and to date have had no issues, and it is over the 14-day return period. Warner Brothers, Lola from Space Jam. Paid $1 for this. She was dirty, cleaned her up, hadn't listed her for a couple of months. Finally got around to listing her. Guy paid $40 and told me he was to feedback and told me he wanted to ship it to a different address. I told him, no, I'll cancel it. Please buy it again. Relisted it. Didn't hear from him for 3 days, and then 4 days later, he decided to buy it again with the right address, and he hasn't said anything since. So $1 into 40, she seems to be the most valuable of the Space Jam stuffed animals. Polaroid One Step. Paid $5, sold it for $27. Polaroids always sell. That should be burning your brain if it isn't already. Spyro, paid $2 for this game, sold it. They bought this at Savers, surprisingly, because usually I never find anything there video game wise. But paid $2, sold it for $20. within 2 days, I think, 3 days. Super Smash also paid $3 for this, sold it for 16 in a couple of days. There's some Tomb Raider games, no cases, got $7. Just happy to get rid of them. Paid $1 for this Mega Man X4. Thought it was worth more. It is not. Still got $8. It sold pretty quickly. Thomas the Train DVDs used to be, I mean, these used to be really hot before Netflix and all that kind of stuff came out. But I paid $3 for all these and I sold them for 13. Not really that great. I thought I'd get more like 20. It took a long time and they finally sold. Happy to get rid of them. Bought some more books. These are that huge booklet I bought with a lot of the Christian based books. These were called Girl Talk paperbacks. 30 of them, sold them for $30. Ship medium mail, so super easy. Oh, here's the other. Yeah, you can see the one was the sale that didn't go through for Space Jam. This is the one that did go through. So the other one, disregard that. Used a lot of paperbacks. They were like in that $10 lot I bought and sold those for 16. And then that does it. Actually, the logo was the last sale of July. So that's what I sold. You know, not a whole lot of crazy things here. Definitely some good solid sales. I was happy with the money that I did make. Wish we could have done a little bit better to get closer to 3,000, but we haven't gotten there yet. Still trying to do a good job listing everything and getting to where I want to be. And hopefully, you know, in the short amount of time we can get there and we will be able to make the money that we're looking for. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully it does help to give you guys an idea of what we're actually making out there. I know everyone says it's easy to make money on eBay and you just buy all this stuff, but it doesn't always sell right away. Some stuff you have to sit on, some you don't, depending on how you price it. So I hope this gives a better perspective on what I'm able to do part-time. A lot of people doing it full-time obviously can expect different results, and I hope you are doing better if you're doing it full-time, because obviously you probably need that money and you need it to be bigger than what mine is right now. But this is just an idea of what I'm doing. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, let me know. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will have a haul video out probably Sunday, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Take care.